Alright guys, so this is a very pivotal moment in Into Deep history. If you're new to the channel, you've probably only seen the videos of the new Brewer. But really, what I've spent the last almost 2 years doing is fixing up my 1968 Hatteras 50 motor yacht. I bought this boat when it was on its side. It got tipped over in Hurricane Ian, punctured a little hole in the side. Long story short, ended up with the boat and just turned it into a big project. Recently, in the first video I posted of the new Brewer, I mentioned that I'm selling Bella Rose, the Hatteras, in order to fund the Brewer. I was absolutely amazed at the amount of people that emailed me right off the bat. Basically, I just went in line. I picked the first email I saw saying, I want that boat. Called him up, and his name is Jed. He flew over here from New Jersey 2 days later, looked at the boat, and immediately pulled the trigger on it. So I know you guys really want to see footage of the Brewer, the new boat. Well, I have been hard at work on the Brewer. I have accomplished a lot. The boat's coming along quite nicely. I have so much footage. I'm currently compiling it. But the boat is absolutely awesome. Just look at this galley. Speaking of the galley, you're gonna see it in use right now while we talk about the sponsor of today's video, AG1, Athletic Greens. This summer, I've been working so non-stop that sometimes I find it really hard to make a proper meal that gives my body all of the key nutrients that it really needs to perform to the best of its abilities. AG1 is a comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition supplement that gives my body everything that it needs in a fraction of the time it takes to make a good meal. Here's what I love about AG1. It is so easy and so quick. Bam, AG1 shake it bottle. Open her up. Grab the AG1 out of the fridge. Nice little scoop. Bam, take my water. Crank it right up with however much really you want. I usually fill her up about halfway, gives plenty of room for the shake and bake. Shake it right up. Done. AG1, ready to drink, easy to mix. Nutrition. Second way. I've never heard of anyone doing this, but I do this, and I think it's absolutely freaking delicious. I take a scoop of my AG1 and I put it in the blender with some frozen fruit and some lemonade. I'm doing this all as I'm watching boats go by. Scan the QR code below or use link drinkag1.com/intodeep to get yourself some AG1 and to make sure that your body is getting the key nutrients that it needs. Thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get right into it. What I'm gonna do here in this video is take you guys through Bella. I'm gonna show you everything, show you how all the systems operate, show you the whole inside of the boat, and I'm also gonna feature our maiden voyage. I'm doing day one of the trip with them. We're gonna leave Portland, Maine. He's bringing the boat to New Jersey. I'm only gonna do day one, so we're probably gonna make Newburyport tonight. On top of that, included in this video is going to be a montage of my best memories, favorite times on this boat. I mean, I lived on this boat for almost 2 years. I did over 5,000 nautical miles with this boat, to and from Florida twice, the Keys, the west side of Florida, the Okeechobee Waterway, you name it, I did it with this boat. So let's hop aboard Bella Rose. The big thing with this boat is that she needs a lot of exterior cosmetic work. The inside is pretty nice. The outside, it really needs a paint job. Needs a lot of help on the outside. Deck's painted. I started sanding the aft deck and just never painted it. Originally, I was gonna do a lot of this work, but Jed wanted the deal on the boat. He says, I'll take it as it sits. He's gonna have a yard, do all the cosmetic work. It's gonna be beautiful afterward. This is the aft deck. Looking into the salon. Walk inside. So this has been my living room for the last almost 2 years. The salon of Bella Rose. I put a nice sound system in her. She's got 2 air conditioners in the salon, one there, one there. I usually only use that one. That's the newer one, and it cools this whole area no problem. I epoxy coated this floor right here. This is a trademark to this boat. This is a repair that Micah did. I redid this whole console, put a new TV in there. You wouldn't believe the amount of work it took to get that TV in there nicely. Wow. So this is the lower helm. At the lower helm, we have a pretty modern Garmin GPS. I replaced most of the gauges with electronic gauges. Right now, the tacks are cable tacks and they need help. Here's the bilge alarm panel. It has a bilge pump in the generator room. It has a bilge pump in the starboard engine room, port side engine room, and under the aft stateroom bed. The forward bilge doubles as a shower pump, so that's only ever going to come on if water level rises above the sump box. That's why it doesn't come on in the bilge test panel. This is the battery monitor for the off-grid system that I outfitted this boat with. This boat is set up for total off-grid living. She is an absolute unit. Like when I was down and out for a month, I was not at the boat was on anchor. The fridge was going, the freezer was going, the Starlink was going, the cameras were going. I could watch this whole boat remotely. It was spectacular. So, we'll move down to the galley now. I put that AIS radio in there. Down to the galley of Bella Rose. Bella is equipped with some very nice granite countertops. She has sub-zero fridge and freezer, and they stay nice and cold. She is also equipped with a dishwasher, and she's equipped with a 2-burner electric stovetop. I'm gonna leave Jed with the coffee maker, with the toaster oven, and the microwave. She has ample storage. I left them with some cookware and some other stuff. This is the dinette. This table is actually original to the boat. Someone refinished it, and it's a pretty nice wooden table. Very nice. This wall right here suffered some water damage. Originally, I thought it was that window leaking. What it turned out to be was the windshield leaking and the water was coming down the wall. So I fixed the windshield leak, and now this is completely dried out. This does not get wet anymore, but I don't know if the veneer is savable. Kip thinks it's savable with some sanding and varnish. If he thinks so, then it probably is. This is the forward stateroom. Here you have 2 V-berths. Pretty nice over here. It's got its own air conditioning system that is also connected to the other guest stateroom air conditioning system. Here's part storage. Sometimes you have to give this button a little tap to get the light to come on. I left Jed with all sorts of spare parts, everything that I have for this boat, which is belts and water pump kits and fuel filters for the generators, strainers for the mains, Raycors. The whole cabinet's full of Raycor filters, all sorts of paint, engine oil filters, water filters, all the stuff for the dripless stuffing boxes, some spare zincs, some extra cable tack drive parts, and more stuff like that. I also left Jed with a plethora of paperwork for this boat. There's over $250,000 worth of receipts in there for composite decks and all sorts of stuff that was done to this boat before I bought it. Pretty freaking amazing. Forward here, you have the chain locker, which contains 250 feet of BBB Galvy chain. And she has a very nice modern Maxwell windlass that you can control from both helms and the bow. In here, you're gonna find the clutch handle for the Maxwell, and you're gonna find the Maxwell winch control box. That's a 24-volt windlass. In these drawers, I left him with some hardware and stuff of that nature. Right through here, we have the forward head. This is the guest head. I always use this as the guest head. It's nice and roomy, comfortable. There's also it's a wet head, so there's a shower in here. I have literally never used that. Well, I've used it to clean in here, but I've never used it as a shower because there's a nice contained shower aft in this boat. She is equipped with Electroscan units, which is basically a mobile sewage sanitation system. Underneath here is the generator room of Bella Rose. Let's take a look. Down yonder in the generator room, we'll flick the lights on. I redid so much down here. I replaced all of the sewage lines, redid the sewage tank, through holes and valving. Down here is also my off-grid battery system. So this is the these are 200 amp hour 48 volt LifePo 4 batteries that power the inverter. There's the shunt that runs the battery monitor, and then obviously a fuse. These 3 batteries right here is what has replaced the old golf cart batteries that powers the 36 volt ship system. These also power the 24 volt generator and the 24 volt windlass. Over here you have the battery charger for that. It's a 3-bank charger, so when you're drawing off of only 2 of the batteries using the 24 volts, you still have ample charging. You're not overcharging one and undercharging the other 2. Back here is the engine cranking batteries. These bad girls crank over the 12 volt Cummins motors. Also, they power all of the 12 volt electronics. Right here is a 15 kilowatt Onan genset in a quiet shield that I completely redid. I mean, I've done so much to this generator, so much. If you're curious of all the stuff that I did to this boat, well, a lot of it at least, you can go back and watch some of my past videos upfitting this thing with an off-grid system, having it out at the yard. I did all of the running gear in this boat, new shafts. Oh, I went through it all. Literally went through it all. So she might need some cosmetic work, but she's a reliable unit. Alrighty, let's go check out the engines. Right here we have one 2004 6 BTA 330 horsepower Cummins engine. These motors are what make this boat. So there's one here, and then there's one in the engine room over there. This is my favorite diesel engine in existence. I mean, a 12 valve Cummins, like, I had a 12 valve Cummins pickup truck that I ran for years. It was a V10 and I swapped the Cummins into it. It was just the best pickup I ever had. Heavy duty unit. So when I was shopping for my first boat before this, the Albin, 12 valves were what I wanted. That was my criteria for a boat. Needed to have Cummins. And the Hatteras just so happened I got lucky. It was meant to be, I guess. Here's the ship panel. All of your electronics and whatnot. Electronic controls. This is a 120 volt sub panel. When you are running the inverter, you do some stuff here. We're going to get into that a little bit later in this video when I'm showing Jed how to operate this machine. Steering reservoir. Never had to add air to this thing. Quality. Air conditioners. These are modern cruise airs. You got 3 16,000 BTU units and one 10,000 BTU unit for the aft stateroom. Go take a quick look at the other side. This engine room floor needs to be faired and painted. That was part of it. But just another quality 12 valve Cummins diesel engine. 330 horsepower. Fuel manifold. In here, all sorts of spare Raycor filters. Generator Raycor. Main engine Raycor. All the exhaust in this boat was replaced. Bilge there. There's one bilge there, and then there's one bilge on the other side. Alrighty. Let's continue aft. Here we have the aft guest stateroom. I love this stateroom. It's got its own air conditioning, it's got modern digital air conditioning controls, and she has a state-of-the-art, splendid washer dryer, ventless dryer. The ventless dryer is meh, but it does the job. I usually would use those two pieces of wood going across, and I would hang my clothes up, the heavy stuff at least, and then dry the lighter stuff in the dryer. Right here is supposed to be the guest head. I pulled the head out of here because I needed the storage space, and I sure as hell did not need 3 heads. Look at the woodwork in this boat. Like, if you wipe all this down with Murphy's oil soap, this thing is just beautiful. Let's go aft to my stateroom. This has been my bedroom for the last almost 2 years. I know the blue is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I painted it blue. I like blue, but I got like a quarter of the way through painting this room blue, and I'm like, wow, I should not have done that. It was too late, so I kept it. Anyways, I'm sure Jed's gonna change that. This is my stateroom. TV. This is like, I love this room. It's got its own stereo. This stereo controls the entire downstairs sound system. So you have speakers in this stateroom, you have speakers in the other stateroom, you have speakers in the galley, you have speakers in the forward stateroom. All of that is controlled with this panel right here. Right here you have light controls. Each stateroom has a volume control, and then this is for your air conditioning. Obviously, carbon monoxide smoke detectors. This is my head. This is the aft head. In here is the shower. Nice, roomy, full-size shower. Coming forward, back out of all of here, back into the galley. That's the whole interior of Bella Rose. You walk back up the wonderful stairs. I'll go show you the flybridge. So, up here on the fly is in need of some massive work. I just never got around to it. Everything is functional, just cosmetically she is a little she's a little beat up here. But here's the helm. You have a modern Garmin GPS here. You have a modern Simrad autopilot system, same system that's in the Brewer. You have a VHF. You have 3 independent depth finding systems for utmost reliability. And you have a modern Garmin radar and things of that nature. You also have a davit crane. Works good. Spare stub shaft. Let's walk forward. Bill, what do you got going on there?
Making a friggin' mess, man.
So, coming forward, you have the bow. Modern Maxwell windlass. You have a 100-pound Manson Supreme. That thing hooks up and she's all set. You also have windlass controls here. And it's all good. This is looking aft at Bella Rose. And then there's the Brewer. You guys will see a lot more on that boat coming up. I have been working so hard on that thing, as has my friend Kip has really been working really hard on it too, where he's done some of the projects that I could just not do, the cosmetic stuff that he's really good at. So, walking aft, this is one of the things Jed needs to fix. We ripped a cleat out of her last year, tied up at the lobster boat races to my friend's sport fish, and his boat won. Bella Rose. So that's the beginning of this video, and this is a bittersweet day for me. I mean, this is it. It's a lot. I'm ecstatic, but I'm also like, holy crap, this is a turning point. I have done so much traveling with this boat, and it's really the perfect size, like 50 feet. I can run this thing by myself, no problem. I can anchor it from the helms. It's just, I can see everything. I can hang out with my friends while I'm driving. You know, it's a quality unit. But the big thing is you gotta be careful. You run this thing aground, you're doing damage. The fuel tanks are in the center of the boat. You break that keel apart, it's a mess. So, Jed, if you're watching this, be careful. Plan your days like I did. Every time I took this boat out, I knew exactly where I was going. I knew exactly where the spots of question were. It's doable without running aground. All right, that concludes my little tour of Bellerose, and from here, we're gonna take off. All right, guys, this is a surreal moment right now. I want you to meet Jed.
Hola!
Jed is the proud new owner of Bellerose.
Jumping in pretty deep.
How do you feel, Jed?
I'm a nervous wreck. This is like kind of out of my comfort zone. Been boating forever. So, and this is, I'm chasing my dream. Chasing the dream. Oh.
Yeah. All right, this is it. Jed, this is it. We're taking off. How you feeling?
Overwhelmed.
How you feeling, Otto?
Oh, great, yeah.
Looking forward to it, boys?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Totally.
Last voyage on Bellerose. Right now it's happening. I'm gonna put the drone in the air. You're gonna see me get out of this slip. It is tight.
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 There's no way I'd even attempt it.
All right, we're gonna go to the fuel dock, fuel this bad girl up, and then we're going out in the ocean. It's late, it's like 6 p.m., but this thing's known to cruise very nicely in the evening, so.
Yeah. Go.
All right, this is it. Jed's filling up the boat. How you feeling about filling this girl up?
You know, everybody goes for $1,000 fuel.
What do you think, Otto?
I can't wait to be there. Water, open water, right?
Open
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Any last words for Bella?
Sad.
Sad. Aw. So, I took a nice drone video of getting out of here, and then I crashed it into the crane, trying to get the nice panorama. So, at least I found this drone, so now I need to send it to DJI. It's all banged up. Another one bites the dust.
Yep.
It's number 3, right?
Oh no, that's like number 8,
Oh.
10. It's too many drones.
Come on, man, come on.
So we're gonna get ready to head out of here. Bella's last voyage.
You gotta get the VR goggles and VR fly it.
Yeah, I had a nice
But the
panorama
problem is it was
going.
distracting with it, you know, pulling.
Oh, I could have got the ospreys up there too. Holy shit. There's 2 nests. One's on the channel marker.
Yeah.
And then one's up there.
I saw a few fly in that direction too.
Wow.
So they must have a nest over there too somewhere.
So how we doing? Use the fuel.
Yeah, what's the number?
I'll check.
We're not even close. We gotta go to close to 300.
So we just filled the forward tank, now we're filling the aft tank. Forward tank took 200? Yeah, we're like just under 3/4.
Okay, we're gonna go to another 50 gallons.
Southport Marine. Come to Southport Marine in Casco Bay for the cheapest diesel fuel that you'll find, right?
That's right. Cheapest one around.
Cheapest around, cheapest in the harbor. Start this thing.
All right.
I want you to start this
noticed,
boat
by
up.
the way, you always do the right side first.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, the sound of music.
Literally. There you go. How's that, Jen?
This is throttles, right?
Yes. So one important thing, you need to make sure the throttles are always at idle when you shift the gears.
Yes.
Always.
Always.
Or else you mess a tranny up. These are pretty brute trannies, but a lot of brute trannies in Portland. We're casted off?
Yep, all set.
I'm gonna honk the horn, watch your ears. The compressor is off. See you, man.
With this boat, yeah.
Thank you. Alright guys, this is Bittersweet. Pulling out of the Southport channel for the last time in Belarus. This boat was my home for almost 2 years. I'd like to take the time right now before we start this journey, which this journey is part of this video too, so you're gonna see that. But I wanna take the time right now to reflect on some of the best times I had with Bella Rose. Here we go. This is the best of Bella Rose over the course of the 1 3/4 that I owned her. Start to finish, the ups, the downs, the fun, the not fun, and just all of it. Alrighty, so right now, I would like to present to you my new 50-foot Hatteras Motor Yacht. Here she is. This is basically the boat that I've wanted for a long time. Over here, we have the side it fell on. Fortunately, I don't think the running gear got messed up at all. But we have some damage to the hardtop. We have some damage to the hardtop support. Up on the flybridge, we have some broken glass. And as we walk down the port side of the boat, it seems that we have a hole straight in the boat, straight through the boat rather, below the waterline. So that's not good. So today's the day that the Bella Rose gets launched. It's been a long, grueling week working on her. Up late every night. But now she is ready to meet her match in the water. I'm excited to see where she sits. Oh, she sits nice. Wow.
That's a lot of boat.
Make sure it goes forward. That way you're back.
We're leaving Safe Cove. My dad's been here since last Friday. It's Wednesday. And the big problem is that there's no water in Charlotte Harbor right now because of the north winds. So it's gonna be a little sketchy getting out of here, but we're gonna give it our best shot. and we're off. So we made it out of there, Dad.
Yeah, oh man, we're out of the sketchy territory and
Into our next sketchy territory.
we're rolling along. We're rolling into the sun.
Rolling into the sun. Autopilot is working awesome. And I'm gonna go downstairs and check on the engines, make sure everything's looking good now that we're in some deeper water. And we'll go from there.
Look at that dinghy situation.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're not having to tow the dinghy anymore.
Literally.
Yeah.
The crane lifts the dinghy on the hardtop, and it's awesome. Wonder if it would hold a jet ski. My dad's gonna get some close-up, zoomed-in pics of the damage report over here. All right, I am in West Palm Beach and it's so beautiful here. It's like a paradise. Finally starting to get the boat cleaned up a little bit. Still need to do all that fiberglass work, but she's gonna do just fine for now. So let's fire her up, shall we? Out of the side. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get ready to shove off. I'm gonna be solo from here to Boca. 50-footer, solo, here to Boca. First time, stoked. Give you a little exhaust view. We made it to Miami in the Hatteras. I haven't taken a video since I got here. Oh yeah. Got all my friends here.
Huh?
Go!
All right, go George! Go Gus! Go Kevin! Woo!
Alright, so I'm on my whaler. The two props closest to me are my new props. and the two props furthest from me are, the blue ones, are my old props. So I just finished rebuilding the starter on the generator. I took some pictures with my phone, but I didn't video much of it. It was pretty involved. Not too bad though. Just getting it out in that compartment is fun. Generator's running right below my feet right now. Oh no! Oh no! That's what I get for messing around. Oh no. Top of the fuel tanks here. Look at that. So that wasn't too bad. Now that's brand new. So down here in the generator room, I have exposed our massive bank of 8-volt batteries. There's 8 of them. So I am excited to get my new 12-volt to make 36-volt bank going versus this old 32-volt bank. So that was some serious work. We got him. Wow. Phew. Looks like I've got myself a serious battery tray reconstruction in the future. I'll make this nice. Look what the acid did to the plywood. Look at this. It just breaks apart. So I painted the whole bilge compartment over here, and I'm also going to relocate the macerator pump after I build the box for the batteries. So the batteries will hold, the battery box or tray will hold those 3 batteries and these 2 Redodo lithium batteries. I am leaving Miami and I am bound for Portland, Maine. So that's a hell of a trip. Miami to Portland, Maine. Here I come. This is day 1, May 4th, 2023 in my Hatteras 50. Oh man, should be a trip. Looking forward to it. Today I learned where things can't go. As you can see, we're a little dismembered over here. It's getting particularly nasty out here in the ocean. It just goes to show, you know, we got a storm rolling in. We need to get this thing into safe harbor because it is getting choppy out here. The waves are growing quick. Stuff's going everywhere. Waves breaking over the bow. Hopefully my solar panels can hold on. The top of your A game because check this out. Bathroom floor soaked. Offshore, weather's getting worse. I just had to plug that through hole because this deck drain, look at that deck drain hose. Whoever did that originally did not make it very offshore capable. So I had to plug that through hole because we were taking on water through there. That's a big hole. See all that gunk? That was a lot of tank sediment propagating through the fuel filter. The worst case scenario is that I need to change them while we're underway. So this is what I came up with right here. A bagel, some sauerkraut, 2 burgers, ketchup. What do you think, Micah?
Somebody already tore into mine. I don't know what happened.
And the sun has set. The sun has set. And we're coming into the nighttime here. We're about 140 miles out of Beaufort. So I anticipate being there tomorrow morning, but we're gonna hit some weather tonight. So I think around 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., somewhere right in there, that 2-hour allotment, we're gonna start to get slammed by 20 knots out of the northeast. So not only will we be driving straight into them, but we'll also be taking them on our starboard beam a little bit. So we'll see how she goes, but I think we're gonna do just fine. All right. So it is about 2 in the morning, and as promised, it is, the weather's picked up, to say the least. Micah's back's all messed up, but he goes 0 gravity in this bed. We're gonna sit here for a minute so you can see. So to put this in perspective, what time is it, Micah? 2:30?
Yeah,
2:30 in the morning. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go make sure we're on course. Everything got extremely tossed around and stirred up back here during our adventures last night. But we're all anchored up here in Morehead City now. And we had some friends that Micah discovered that jumped aboard. So these are 2 flying fish. As you can see, this one looks a little different. That's because he was lying right over here. When this slid into him, he was brutally murdered. So this is a direct crush wound from that. That's why he's so messed up compared to his buddy here.
In too cheap with the hardware.
I mean, it was a quick thing. I wasn't trying to design a... Yeah, I said they were gonna fall off before they did.
No, I'm honestly surprised how good they did.
We weren't expecting to get stuck in Category 5 hurricane last night.
Did you see your mast light?
That was gone before.
Was it?
The whole block's rotten.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Now I'm in the Albemarle and Chesapeake Canal. I think that's what they call it. I'm about 5 miles away from the Great Bridge Lock. I have my autopilot on right now in this canal just for long enough for me to take this video and then run back inside, because I'm not too keen on using autopilot in places like here. Oh, there's fighter jets ripping over. There's always a very big military presence in this area. It's really cool. So this will be my first time locking alone. I locked this boat 5 times coming through the Okeechobee waterway, but I had my dad with me. Now I am solo. So I think it'll go smoothly. I'll try and set the camera up in such a way so that it can see the procedure going down. Great Bridge Lock. I pulled in here and the lock tender grabbed my lines for me. It was extremely simple. It's funny that you've got a lot of boats in here thrusting all around, and I'm like, it's windy today. And I'm like sitting here, 2 engines, no thrusters, just chilling. All right, so I'm in Norfolk here, and the boat's rocking all over the place. The wind's coming from the wrong direction, so there's a lot of waves in here. But I decided to go take a good look at the motors. You know, I'm all alone. Sometimes you just need someone to hang out with, so you go hang out with the engines. And I was checking the transmission fluid level, and I had them running. And I smelled just a hair of exhaust on the starboard side. I'm like, thought maybe it was coming through the vent. Started looking around. I smelled it right near the flange at the turbo. I'm like, oh God. So I've done a little tearing apart in here already. But look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but this whole thing is broken off of the frickin' turbo. And this bracket is holding it on there. Here's the deal. I'm supposed to do a long offshore stretch tomorrow. I have no real way of getting this properly fixed right now without spending a ton of money, because I am nowhere near my facility places. I would have to take this whole pipe off. I'd be stuck here for days, send it out, get it welded somewhere. Whew. So the logical thing to do is to JB Welder. Very poor visibility. I've got the radar on. There was a freighter behind me. I got out of the channel. I'm coming up to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel, and I can't see the freighter anymore, but I'm gonna wait for him to pass me before I proceed. This is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. This is where the tunnel goes under. 2 channel markers and a cargo ship. Radar is my lifeline right now. All right, so it's just starting to get dark. The fog has really, really rolled in. There is zero visibility out here. About 15 miles offshore. Shouldn't be going out to the bow, boating offshore by myself like this. But this is what I like to call self-scrambling eggs. As you can see, they kind of just scramble themselves. Vessel game on right there. The vessel that was taken on water. That's them. We'll get a close-up of them. Look, there's the Coast Guard helicopter. Holy shit. They're looking for him. They're talking to him on the radio. They launched a helo for these guys. Listen, the helo's talking to them. So I'm up on the fly for the first time in a couple days, and it is a wonderful view from here. We've got the Statue of Liberty right there. We've got Manhattan over there. We've got some barge traffic over here. Pretty cool. Look at that. Wow. Alrighty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. From the west end of the Cape Cod Canal. So it's like 11:30 and I got myself into a little project this morning. I wanted to fix the back of this hard top enough so that I could take all the clamps off so it doesn't look like absolute crap. Because as you know, for the summer, or maybe you don't know, but now you know, you will know, I'm gonna be dock life at my friend's marina. So, I can't be looking like a Anchorage rat with clamps on the back of my hard top at the dock next to all these very expensive boats. So yeah, but here's the thing, I need to get the hell out of here right now if I want to make the current through the canal, and I need to stop and sandwich for fuel. So I need to go now, even though I haven't finished this side of the hard top yet. That's taking a little longer to cure because we're not in Florida anymore and it's not 90 degrees. I am in the Cape Cod Canal now, doing 11.3 knots. I was just doing 12.5 knots, 12 and a half knots. But the current's like kind of comes and goes, I guess. The boat's a mess on the aft deck because of all the fiberglass work I'm doing, but it wasn't curing fast enough and I had to get through here. So I'm moving and working at the same time. So I am anchored in Boston Harbor, right off of Jeffrey's Yacht Club, and pretty good holding over here. Last night I met up with my friend Kevin in Boston. We got dinner. I dinghied across the river, There's a dinghy dock right down this little channel right here. Pretty cool. Anyways, you'll get a kick out of this one. So the wind picked up after dinner, and I told my friend, I said, I need to get back to the boat immediately because I'm worried about it. So I had my electric one wheel with me because he has an electric one wheel too. And I'm like, dude, just take my one wheel, drive it in your car under the bridge. I'll pick it up on the other side once I know the boat's, you know, good. Because it's a hell of a dinghy ride to get across that river, especially at night. And I meet him on the other side. The boat's fine. I pull up to this little beach behind Jeffrey's Yacht Club. I forgot, up north here, you got some serious tide action. So I pulled the dinghy all the way up on the beach, got into a conversation with him, talked to him for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, go back down, the dinghy's floating away. To make a long story short, I had to climb over the fence to run down the dock at Jeffrey's Yacht Club, which isn't good in the first place. And then the dinghy's like 100 feet off the end of the dock. I had to jump in Boston Harbor, fully clothed, jeans, shoes, and swim to the dinghy in 50-degree water. It's May right now. It's mid-May. This is quite the moment. Me, my Hatteras, and I came long and far. Long and far. Shoo! And I am here in Maine. I made it to Maine. The boat made it to Maine. Didn't have a single freaking issue. Well, nothing major, just stupid little things. The engine's perfect. Engines are mint. Today is the day the boat comes out of the water. This is Kip's first YouTube exposure.
You'll be scared.
This is the man behind the madness. This is the machine that we're using. Ascent's gonna go a little more out. Oh, I wonder how bad my rudders are leaking now. Wow, look at that. Out she goes.
Seen the skyline of New York City, fireflies in Tennessee. Sipped a little shine from a paper sack that'll knock the horns off a Cadillac. I must have sat on a dozen. Ain't no better place, ain't no better time than here and now. Everybody's waiting, but they're waiting on what? Better get to living, cause all we got is here and now.
This shaft is junk. See the pitting? I got it, you know, halfway out of the boat. This is the coupler. I'm gonna have to dish out the big money for some new shafts for this thing because they're, can't put those back in, not with that pitting like that. They could be hollow for all I know. So right here, I've got the first inner shaft out of the boat, and it is a whole lot longer than I thought. So that's gonna be really expensive. Really freaking expensive. Whew. Wow. Well, with that said, I'm selling t-shirts on my website. There's the boat. The shafts are out. I sent them out. And there's the rudders. Big old solid chunks of bronze. And look at that head of that bolt. So I'm gonna replace all the cutlass bearings. Bam, bam, and then another bam in there. That's gonna be its own extravaganza. I'm on a hardcore mission to get this boat prepared to go back to Florida. Micah has flown in from Miami just to help me for the price of food and board, which I am so appreciative of. He's helping me get this thing back into shape. So we're varnishing all the rails, doors, I say we, he. While I'm doing some fiberglass work upstairs, I've got all of this to fix. Whew, look at that. Turn the boat into a workshop. We got these little heaters going. It's probably 90 degrees in here. Micah's at home in the 90-degree weather. We're doing wet systems epoxy on the doors. She is smooth. All the way down. I started priming that. Then I'm like, I better go grab the camera to show the progress. That section I already primed. This I'm gonna prime and then paint it all white. The same white, hopefully. Hatteras Off-White 4208. So I got that in there. All is good. I do not believe there is any set screws holding this bearing in. I believe it is glued in, versus these ones have set screws. So this is what I came up with. The slide hammer did not budge it. Started chiseling on it, but I didn't want to muck the fiberglass up right here. So that's pressed into fiberglass versus these are bronze. So this is my idea. Bearing splitter, 2 chain binders connected to 1 chain running to the back of the boat, connected to this wonderful forklift that has side shift in the forks. So the binders you can use to crank the chain, or you can shift the forks this way. I found that where I'm pulling from is a perfect spot where it does not bind the side shift at all, so it likes to go this way. It's very easy for it to move. So I am taking advantage of the hydraulic power. So what I have done now, started pulling and then whacking this with a hammer, and as you can see, it started to move. Oh, the tube doesn't even look all that messed up at all. Looks perfect. All right, so right now I have the exact same operation set up on the other side of the boat. Really, really bad situation. Someone epoxied this cutlass bearing in. There's my puller. The frickin' shaft log tube broke out of the boat. Now this is a serious situation because this alignment is crucial. The laser setup. We've got a bullseye on the coupling. So I'm gonna glass all this together. And as you can see, we're right on the money. Not that line, but that dot. Laser wise, this should be great. I've got it all greased up. I got no resin on the cutlass, so all that's good. And yeah, she's coming together. One of my next projects in the torn apart Bellarose is my sewage tank. In addition to having my generator completely torn apart in a million pieces, injectors out, electrical end off. All right, so today we have my original homie here, Tony.
What's up, guys?
He is an expert of many things. Many things. Mechanic, but flooring was one of Tony's original expertises. So I've got him over here and we're doing some flooring work to the boat.
Most of all, thanks to the booze to buck me off. Woo! I'll hear what if I turn the rhymes up in my.
We are doing the prop installation less than 1 week before departure date. Boat's going in the water tomorrow. Everything is last minute per usual. In too deep.
In too deep.
Polishing my shaft.
How about these rudders? Oh.
Prop glide. Prop glide. Today is a massive day. It is the day, well, first of all, it is November 27th, 2023. Getting late in the year. It's a beautiful day today. Today is the day that Bellarose goes back in the water. She's got brand new running gear. Literally brand new, everything. Cutlass bearings, dripless stuffing boxes. It has been a hell of a frickin' journey. Touchdown! It's a big difference. I'll try and dig up a video of the shafts before, but these shafts just rotate. It's crystal smooth, so smooth. The stuffing box is rock solid.
I met her in a club down in Old Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes like Coca-Cola, C-O-L-A Cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola, L-O-L-A Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy, but when she squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand why she walked like a woman but talked like a man. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, we drank champagne and danced all night under electric candlelight. She picked me up and sat me on her knee, said, "Little boy, won't you come on with me?" Well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eyes, well, I almost fell for my Lola. La 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 la, la 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 la. I pushed her away, I walked to the door, I fell to the floor, I got down on my knees, I looked at her and she at me. That's the way that I wanted to stay, and I always wanted to be that way for my Lola. La 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 Lola. Girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world. It's a Lola. La 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 Lola. Well, I left home just a week before, and I'd never ever kissed a woman before. But Lola smiled and took me by the hand, saying, "I'm gonna make you a man." Well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am, and I'm glad I'm a man. So it's Lola, la 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 la, la 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 la.
You shut it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how I are, but it's ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am Stone heart, machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone heart, those bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
All right, Jed, we're pulling out of Portland Harbor and you're on the helm of your new boat. This is your new girl. You're driving your new girl. I want you to figure out how to get this boat out of here.
So we did back.
You can do whatever you need to do.
Way? Or do I want to go that way? I think I want to go that way.
You want to go that way.
Absolutely.
But you need to know. So I want to show you how to run the autopilot too. Well, I'll show you that when we get offshore, but basically this is a remote for the panel that's up top. So to arm the autopilot, you click this. When that light is on, you're on auto. One click of this, and it doesn't click very surely, is 1 degree. One click to port, one click to starboard. That's a degree. All the autopilot does is set a heading. So you're setting a heading.
And then it's just going to
Yes.
take it on that way.
So then you can disarm the autopilot by clicking that. Now the autopilot's off. Now you're on the helm. You're driving this bad girl.
By the way, I've seen the new ones now that are wireless.
Oh yeah, you can rig this up with whatever remotes you want. The plug for it's right
You
here.
can sit out front and steer your boat.
Yeah,
well,
with,
then you can lose it.
You got a lot of
Oh, you
cable,
got a
so
lot of cable,
you can do it with this too. But yep, so that's your channel marker. See the other green?
Mm-hmm.
You want to line up? You see the red way out there?
Yep.
That's the other side of the channel. Yep.
Now I can see a little bit outside of it. What's the depth? That's knots. 47. Oh, I'm not worried.
Nope, but you should know based on your charts what sort of water you're in. Portland. That's the headlight. What do you think, Jed?
So, you know, if I was sitting at home right now, I'd be down in my basement watching YouTube, probably watching you on YouTube. And here I am, man, I'm living the dream, doing the grind. We're traveling.
Wow.
We're boating, cruising.
Oh, yeah. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Love it, love it. This is what separates the men from the boys. It is. It's a big toys, big boy toys, big boy toys.
So Jed's getting used to the helm. He's getting a feeling for her. And I think what we're gonna do is go into Newburyport. It's gonna be late tonight. We might, maybe even somewhere, I'm gonna look at the chart, see if I can find somewhere that's easier to get in and out of. Just so he can definitely...
Yeah, because I need to get out. And you're not going to be on board. I need to get all out.
Well, don't worry.
I know, it's a slow momentum carry.
You just need to remember that no matter what, you'll be driving from the flybridge, you center that rudder, and you can maneuver this boat with just the engines.
Right.
You know what the engines do. You've got plenty of time on boats. You got it.
No, right about here, it looks like the center.
Looks what?
I think we're centered rudder-wise.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're out in the ocean because you have a lot of currents.
Right, yeah, it's carrying.
So the only thing that will surely tell you
Is upstairs.
yes.
And that's why I need to enclose the flybridge.
Or just add a rudder position sensor down here.
That's what a lot more stuff to do.
All right, so the sun went down. We're underway. Are we eating food, Jed?
We're eating food.
So how do you feel? We're underway on Bella.
My anxiety levels come down about that much.
Otto's on the helm, and we're having some food.
Oh, dude, don't forget the hats.
You can have that one.
Oh, it's the Into Deep hat.
That's all yours.
Brother.
That was the first Into Deep hat ever ordered in Into Deep history.
It's hat number 1.
And it's for you. What's for dinner?
We got ham, we got turkey, we got Swiss, we got tomatoes, we got mayo mustard.
Oh wow, you're set right up. Holy crap.
I got chili for tomorrow.
Oh,
Some more beef
man.
stew. We got soups. We got
Shit.
ginormous bag of Cape Cod chips.
Woo!
Ginormous. About as big as my belly.
So the plan was originally go to Newburyport, and I was gonna hop off and you know, go home, and Jed is on his own, but I don't want to leave him in the Merrimack River. There's a lot of current by himself tomorrow. I want to make sure he's comfortable, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try and find somewhere that's easy in, easy out for you. And
that would make you happy.
We'll find a place to dock. It'll be easy in, easy out, and I can hop off, you know. Even if I get home late tonight, it'd be better. So tomorrow morning I can get back to work.
Yeah. Get back to work or enough work?
Work. Marina stuff that I really need to do.
Yeah. Well, I think Kip will kind of understand it.
Oh, by the way, Kip said you're very welcome back at the Marina with Bella. So
I'm gonna come back
and
up.
we'll hook you up with a transient slip. So
Awesome.
for a good deal. All right, so we're underway. I am going to do one last engine room inspection on Bella, and this is it. So we're gonna go look at the motors, and you'll see these things operating flawlessly right now. we're gonna switch from the aft tank to the forward tank. Not because we need to, just so I can show Jed how to do it. First, I'm gonna open the engine room door, turn the light on. Close that. So you want to do one side at a time. Port, starboard. That the tank you're feeding off of is whatever engine you're feeding is returning to the same tank. So you can have the port engine set to the forward tank and the starboard engine set to the aft tank if you want.
Let's just make sure they're going one engine going to
exactly. All right, we're like 10 miles out of Portsmouth right now. Got a couple things on the radar. Looks like we got something fairly close to us. Right off our beam. Oh, that is that red channel marker. Jed, you see that dot on the radar?
Yeah, I do.
It's that red channel marker out there. See it blinking? That's what that is. And then that boat is what the other thing is out there. All right, where are we, Jed? What time is it? What's going on right now? What is going on?
It is 12:30.
What did you just do?
And I just docked the boat and then pulled it out and docked it again.
So we just did
and
docking.
nailed it on the second time. Actually, I did pretty good on the first time.
I said, yeah.
So
nailed it twice.
We just did docking training. Auto's online.
At 12:30 at night, thank you.
Captain's on the helm. How you feeling?
My anxiety level is now at about, it was down to about a 3. I'm about a 4.5, but I think when I wake up it'll be better.
So I'm going to Portland tonight, and tomorrow these guys are on their own.
They're on their own, man. He's throwing us literally in too deep.
It's a solid orientation there. Look, I'm gonna miss this boat.
Yeah. This is
you guys are
I'm
great. I'm gonna miss the crap out of this boat. I love this boat. This thing, I've been through a lot with
so
this
much
boat.
with her.
A lot. So, this is it, Bella. This is it. This old girl. Yeah, I'll look for an Uber. Look at those engines. Those things are mint. Jed, in order to open the toolbox, you have to open the top because they're all locked.
Open it. What are you talking about? Or to open up. Oh, nice. Let me just stand in here for a few minutes.
One thing you can do, which is also good, is shut your 12-volt charger off while you're underway.
Right.
You're just wasting power because your alternators are charging your batteries at that point. So you can leave it on overnight. They stay charged, and then tomorrow when you go, shut that off. When you dock again, turn it back on.
Tape and write it down.
The air compressor, you're going to notice, will turn on in the middle of the night. Jinx.
So,
shut
it off. Yep.
Yeah, I would prefer not to.
It'll scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, I don't want that. I think the pirates are boarding.
Yeah.
How about the tape to put on that so you can shut it off that, no?
Yeah, I'll write that on a piece of blue tape.
Yeah.
This is it. right now I am saying goodbye to my beloved Bella Rose. We're at the Town Wharf dock in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And Bella is, well, I'm leaving Bella. Probably can't see me right now, but it's 1 in the morning. I've got a taxi on his way. And he's coming to pick me up to bring me back to Portland. And I'm leaving Bella for the first time in a long time. It's insane. Bella Rose. What do you think, Jed?
You should take a ride to Florida.
I'm thinking that, you know, Thursday may be a reach. I don't want to push myself super hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any time constraints on your travels. So I would just...
I don't have to be anywhere.
Yeah, me either.
So.
If I'm back on Friday or Sunday, I don't care shit.
Yeah, so take your time.
Exactly. This was it. You get up in the morning, we pull up after you go.
Yeah. Enjoy the boat.
And take a nap during the day. That's it.
Yeah.
And the more I run, the more
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. Whew, this is crazy.
Look at it. It's huge. It is huge. You know how small he is? You know which one it has, right?
Little Sea Ray.
Yeah.
That's quite the upgrade from a little Sea Ray. With a single
31 feet
IO.
LOA, but it's still compared to this little.
It's a 65,000 pound boat right there.
The weight is the difference.
Approach things slowly.
But you know, she just. I like her momentum at like 1 or 2 knots.
Yeah. I like her momentum at 0.1 knots.
Exactly. Yeah, not even 1 knot. Right.
Oh man.
And the wind was blowing the right way. If the wind was coming off this dock, it would have been a little bit trickier.
Well, this is gonna be the conclusion to this video. Do you have any last words?
Help!
No, come on.
No, that's good.
Cheers into deep.
I'm psyched. I'm gonna be loving Bella for the I don't know how many years to come, but it's gonna be several.
All right. So a couple days have gone by since I left Jed on his own, and I'm in the Broward right now, getting her all cleaned up. I'm gonna give Jed a call, and he should have made it to where he's going by now. We're gonna see how he's doing, how Bella did for him, and all right, let's give Jed a call.
Hey, are you a mind reader or something?
Why is that?
Because I was about to fucking call you.
No shit. How's it going?
We're docked up in Atlantic Highlands.
You made it?
Yeah, I made it. We had nary a scratch. Ran like a chimp. I had to kick her a little bit on the East River. Man, we hit it perfect wrong time.
Oh, so you spooled her up?
We were almost maximum current going upriver.
Oh, why didn't you just wait?
Because I wanted to make the dock before dark. I'd rather pay the money for the fuel. I am so glad that I freaking emailed you like 10 minutes after you posted that video. And I am so looking forward to seeing you down in Miami and hanging out with you and the crew. And, it's different. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of jealous people on your channel.
Oh, man.
Maybe the patient one day, someday, they too can experience the Bella experience.
Well, I'll tell you what, in about a year, the Broward's going to be up for sale in the same manner, so...
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I want to get myself back into a fiberglass yacht.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, shit. I'll let you go, but let's stay in touch and keep me posted.
All right, guys. You have a great night. I am just thrilled. It was such a good adventure.
I'm so glad.
Even with the rough spots, and the rough spots remind me, yeah, this is boating. That's real boating.
It's only begun.
That's right. This is just the beginning.
All right. Have a good night, Jed.
All right, you too, guys.
What an awesome conclusion to my awesome boat, Bella Rose. I got like goosebumps. It's just such a happy freaking ending. The guy, you know, loves the boat. Jed loves the boat and went to New York without skipping a beat, and it's just freaking awesome. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you like the videos, and we'll see you soon on Into Deep.